Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Maneater. This is episode 12, and it may be the final episode. So, if we look at the map here, we can see I went and got all of the collectibles in the Gulf and marked all of the landmarks, and I marked all the landmarks in Caviar Key as well. So we're going to go around and try to hit all of those. We're also going to take out the rest of these infamy bosses in this episode. So what I'm going to do is, we're already ready to fight Lieutenant Shannon Sims, but then I'm going to, off-screen grind up each of these so that we don't have to do them all at once, because it's all just going to be the same thing, and I don't want the whole episode to be that. So we'll do pretty much just the fights. And then we're going to go after Scaly Pete. So it should be a rather full episode of stuff. Oh, I guess we still have a mission here too, as well as one hunt mission down there. Well, that only takes a second. And this is not actually on our way, so let's take a shortcut over there. Though I guess we'll probably be able to jump over the land to get to the other side. I guess we also want to check out Crawfish Bay just to see if there's anything going on there, but I don't think there is. So yeah, Maneater has been an enjoyable LP, but I'm glad to be wrapping it up because there are so many other games I want to do. And also, I would like to reclaim the space that this game is taking up.
Those often feed on juveniles, primarily due to a deadly combination of wage stagnation and rising child care costs.
I think these people are over by the nuclear power plant. I guess they saw me coming, and they're running into the water to get away. So I think this is the final revenge mission.
The rogue shark must now be killed and publicly displayed to satisfy the city's thirst for revenge.
Unless there are some missions in Caviar Key as well. But I don't think there will be.
Okay, maybe I don't know how to properly stock and manage a fish pond, but it's a learning process.
They can't even get over here. Well, I guess we'll take out our first target while we're here. Using our bone tail.
The toast of the coast, Lieutenant Shannon Sims.
Just doing my duty, citizens. Hard to tell how much health the boat has because you have to look straight down. Alright, which boat are you? Is she on that little boat? The problem is there's two regular fishing boats in the way. I legitimately don't know which boat she's on. Alright, maybe let's pull away from these other boats so that we can thin out our targets. Oh, come on, guys. I'm right here. There she is.
The shark's reckless behavior only further incenses Port Clovis' citizens.
I mean, she survived that. She was just in the water. I didn't realize that dodging turned us into a torpedo like that, even without our ability active. Seems like our best way to destroy boats, honestly. guess that's just the blender effect from our fins. Alright, so now that we've got her dealt with, we'll disengage, if I can. And there's a waypoint right here. Or a landmark, not a waypoint.
Recently, Port Clovis has gained a reputation for its derivative, politically confused street art.
This is not a very good spot to try to get away, especially when you're a mega shark. Is that a skate park? Full of water? We can't really go up the half pipe. And yet, not a single surfboard to be seen. Let me just roll my tail across the land. While the completely ineffective vigilantes just kind of shoot at us through the fence. Most of them are all the way over here. But I'm pretty sure this is why you don't build a skate park next to the water, especially in a place where it could flood. Just refill our gills without actually moving.
That used to skate, yeah. But they don't give you no scholarships for winning no big air rail jam.
They don't even care if you can do a 900. Alright, we got another one here.
Hey, shark. Get your ass out here.
Coastal overdevelopment creates a riskier, more complex local environment.
Anybody else see that?
If you're like me, you're probably wondering what their secret is for such durable papier-mâché.
We thought a parade float could actually float. Turns out it can't. Who would have guessed it? Alright, so there's 3 more, and they're all down there. That last one was a pain in the ass to find. The one on the very tip there? I was like, where's the last one? I can't find it anywhere. And it was way out there in the water. Oh, I know where these ones are. These are inside the aquarium.
To look at the coast is to recognize that the boundary between sea and land is transitory, and that all life on Earth is just a cosmic accident.
We need to actually find a tunnel in. Oh, inaccessible. Didn't the map say there was one here? Yeah. So we can actually get inside. Oh, this is the wrong area. I was gonna say, we can get inside the SeaWorld place. There's actually like tanks we can access on the inside from these pipes. Which is even weirder that they're also abandoned and still full of fish. I mean, hey, I guess if they're just pumping seawater directly into the tanks, then it's not hard for the fish to survive. But I mean, I suppose a lot of aquariums are not even built in, like, coastal cities. I mean, some of them are. I'm pretty sure that Monterey Bay just takes a lot of their tank water directly from the bay. Okay, so to get in here, we're gonna have to go into this little divot that's right on the border. Read a little bit about the history of aquariums the other day, and
Erosion currently impacts over 70% of the globe's sandy beach environment.
it's astounding how fucking terrible they were when they started. Like, they couldn't even keep their own simple lake fish alive. It was basically just a big deal because they had fish that you could look at in tanks without having to go underwater. And that was a big deal, but they would go through like 80% of their fish in a year would die because they had no idea how to keep fish alive in a tank. Down here, we all float.
Of a killer clown task force, clown-related homicide still remains a problem in Port Clovis.
Nope. Photo mode doesn't want to work again. It was working for a little bit. But yeah, if we go up here, you can see we're inside the aquarium. Though I'm not really sure how this would work. Like, how are people supposed to see these fish? Even if it was full all the way, I guess you could... No, because there's holes above that, so I don't know how this is an actual display. Like, imagine an aquarium where the only way you could look at the fish was from a diagonal above angle. You can kind of see them under the water moving around. Alright, there's one. And I think the other one is just outside. I don't know what that Mako's doing. Drifting backwards. Turns out fish can reverse.
Shockingly, this was only Alex's second worst birthday.
It was also his last. Alright, so now we just got the one out on the edge, and then we can head into the Gulf.
Only cool when they're not literal.
The Gulf actually didn't take that long to get all the collectibles, even though there's like twice as many, because most of them are just sitting out in the open, or in very obvious tunnels. Nope. I didn't realize that was a beach there. I think it's actually harder to do a flip when I'm recording because of the locked frame rate. Oh, there we go. I can't do the other kind of flip.
The mighty predator struggles for air.
Get under my belly. Is there another revenge mission out here? God damn it. I don't even want to do them because we don't get anything but resources for it. And we don't really need much in the way of resources right now. I'm not sure what's up that laser light show coming out from over there. I'm pretty sure that's a bug.
If a T-Rex is your favorite dinosaur, then you're boring and unoriginal and you need to pick a different favorite dinosaur.
I mean, he's not entirely wrong. It's kind of got a point. At least once you get over the age of like 7 and you start learning about other dinosaurs. Like, come on, at least go for the Eutyrannus. Alright, so let's kill these people. And then I will stop recording so that I can grind up our infamy here, and then come back once we're ready for the next infamy boss. That way we can kill many birds with one stone.
Port Clovis really been sprouting up these past few years. Put some of my own money in this. Gonna be Laser tag fun.
Alright, see you with some more murder in a minute. Alright, and now we are ready for the next boss. Mama Maybale.
I didn't just come out here to burn gas.
The multi-million-dollar menace, Mama Maybale.
That ain't it.
It's weird when they do those really fast motions randomly. And she got a yacht, which isn't gonna last very long. Turns out yachts are not very well armored. Who would have thought? Who would have yacht? Well,
Despite Port Clovis's best efforts, the aquatic beast refuses to be tamed.
and that's the end of Mama Maybale. It really is easy to destroy these boats by just doing the dash over and over. And it makes you take less damage, since you're dodging at the same time. But as you can see, even a full fishing boat like that only gives me that much of a sliver. So, down we go. Oh right, we've actually got a revenge mission. I remember this one. Down here.
It's hiding.
Where our next landmark is. If I can find the gate. It should be just over this bend. Down here, we've got some divers with spear guns.
The Gulf,
Just hanging out.
600,000 square surface miles, to be exact. Among the world's secrets.
I said Captain Blighty sunk his treasure somewhere around here. Funding a diving expedition every year for 10 years, and I ain't found it yet.
Pete seems to have got around. He's invested in a lot of things.
The hell is it?
Also, I think subtitles are off again, even though I don't remember turning them back off.
Hey, shark.
This is quite a find. Although, that depends on the gold market, which has really been underperforming lately. I blame the Fed, of course, but what can you do?
See, those men could have been rich, but we wanted to get revenge on Scaly Pete by killing them at the moment of their discovery.
Nah, that ain't it.
Let's hit Flamingo Joe's.
The hunt is over, and there will be an inevitable rush on dollar drafts at Flamingo Joe's.
I mean, does anyone want to go back to Flamingo Joe's after we trashed the place and ate a bunch of people? Now I gotta find my way out of this extensive cave system. Alright, we've also got a target here. Possibly the boat of those divers who are looking for the treasure. So yeah, the game did have some difficulty at the start, but then it kind of became routine. Also, this seems to do a lot less damage if you don't come out of the water.
Or family members who have been eaten or half-eaten by sharks.
We got a shark situation out there.
But do you have any who were sent into space? The Ocean's Impromptu Space Program is me, the shark. Alright, we got a landmark over here.
Could this shark be using technology?
I see her. Never mind.
What did she say about technology?
Hi, it's
Is this shark using technology?
Alpha Lab. I'm just a lab.
Alright.
Can't avoid us forever.
Am I just seeing things?
I also remember seeing this.
But the war goes goes on.
I'm very curious what the hell this is supposed to be. The Great Gate is opening.
Giant monsters, or kaiju, occasionally visit Port Clovis to pregame before destroying more worthwhile cities.
We're not even in the Pacific. So this can't be the Pacific Rift. Maybe they've opened a new one. Alright, and then we want to head this away. Bone Body definitely does not have any kind of speed buffs, as you might expect for the tankiest body. Alright, so we're heading this way. Gonna want to check out our new parts that we got from those bosses. I think we got the Shadow Head and Bioelectric Tail. But this body is also the best one for fighting the bosses. Over here, behind all these smokers. They also want us to kill this orca. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. I thought it had a target on it. Oh, this one's actually up here. Again, I've seen all these landmarks, so I had to get close enough to mark them. This one is like a lost glacier? Not even a glacier, it's just a piece of ice.
Ice fishing is similar to regular fishing, but enjoyable only to upper Midwesterners.
Not a whole lot of ice down in the Gulf to ice fish on. I mean, people do go ice fishing here, and then sometimes when the weather doesn't actually stay cold enough anymore because of the destruction of the environment, their little shacks just fall right through the ice in the middle of the winter. There's got to be a shit ton of those just sitting at the bottom of the river.
Port Clovis has long been a popular dumping ground for the military, thanks to its lenient regulations and low tipping fees.
Alright, so that's everything on this side. We got two more that are way the hell over there. Let's see, what's the fastest way to get there? I guess going to the grotto here. I'm just hoping it's not too close. I don't think it is. Those mission circles are actually pretty small.
Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love.
So we got the Shadow Head, which just gives us a little scouter. That'll probably grow over our whole head when we upgrade. I've got 105,000 protein. Yep, there's the full-on plate. Lunge speed and thrash damage. Looking like a cyber shark now. Want to see what this whole set looks like together. We didn't get the Shadow Tail. We already had the Shadow Tail. Bioelectric Tail. So all we're missing is the Bioelectric Head, which is the next boss. And then we get the Brutal Muscles, which is, I think, just a organ. Let's see how this shark monster does against the power of science. Latest in anti-shark weaponry developed by Project Seal Squeal at Horzine Special Project. Okay, so he's got just a gun from Killing Floor that shoots exploding harpoons. I mean, I kind of like this one better than the Bonehead. The eyes look a little less weird, but they're still pretty weird. Oops. Didn't mean to activate that. What does the Shadow one even do? Oh, it slows down time. And this shoots lightning projectiles. It's only a 10% speed increase for the whole set. I do feel quicker, though. Look how quick that tail's going. Alright, so... the last two ones are over here. And we have a hunt target, so we might as well do that while we're over there. But yeah, only having 3 mutation sets does seem a little limited, but I guess they didn't really know what else to do. It's like you've got your stun, you've got your smashing set, and you've got your killing set. And that's it. That's all they could come up with. Though based on some of the killing floor guns that are just reused guns with slightly different effects, it's not surprising that they don't really have enough creativity to come up with more. And the game doesn't really require you to have more abilities because, you know, nothing really changes in difficulty. So I think that's just a casualty of the simplification of this game. It's good, it's just I wish it wasn't as arcadey as it is, that there was a little more depth to the ocean game. Come on, you got it.
This recreation of the Titanic was so accurate, 1,500 people died during its maiden voyage.
Didn't even get out of the bay. A little small for a Titanic bow. However, there is a Titanic moment. I like the idea of these just rigid skeletons that somehow are frozen in position despite having no tissue left on them. They're like, yeah, when people die, their skeletons just lock up in whatever position they were in.
Sea sponges' demand for pineapple homes has sparked massive deforestation throughout Costa Rica. But being brainless, sponges rarely weigh the consequences of their buying decisions.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Alright. Let's get out there and kill something. If I can find it. I'm also wondering if this poisoning mechanic is going to come up ever? Like, is it going to change anywhere else, or is it we're going to fight Pete and that's it? Just one area will remain poisoned. It seems like a kind of half-assed idea that they didn't implement otherwise. Alright, Great White. Well, that's baby shit. Fuck off, Hammerhead. Alright. So, that is 96% of the Gulf. I assume the mission is the last percent. So I guess, now that I've done that, it's time to go hunting again for our next target. I mean, I'm gonna feel kind of silly if we finally get to Pete and it's, you know, like a whole other thing and not just a boss fight. But I'm assuming it's not going to be much more, it's just going to be kind of the end of the game all in one. So, I'm gonna start hunting my targets, getting my infamy up, and we will return with the next bounty hunter. So, be right back in a moment. Alright, and now we are ready for our second to final boss. Let's see what kind of science he's got for us. Ah, that must be the science boat.
The able-bodied seaman, Commander Percy Metcalf.
Kinda looks like he's just using an M4 like everybody else. Looks like the bounty hunters have been watching too many Nikola Tesla documentaries. If you swim near that shark shield, you're probably gonna get a nice jolt of electricity as you stay in it. Maybe it can be destroyed. Alright, so I guess this is where our bioelectric body's electric resistance comes in handy. Helpfully for us, they're throwing pressurized tanks into the water. I think he's also shooting electric bullets at me. Is anyone still alive on that boat? Because whoever was throwing the things seemed to have died. I guess I could tank it instead. Even though they're still using the same equipment, they do seem to do more damage now. I had to switch off the shadow body because I was taking way too much damage.
Despite increased aerial surveillance, confidence amongst tourists and locals alike is far from...
I don't even think I killed Metcalf. I think he's in the water here somewhere. Alright, so there's only one more bounty hunter left.
The planet's great tides encircle the globe in constant motion.
I wonder if that means that the bounty hunters are now going to have shark shields as well, like the regular ones. Because you would think that would be the progression, but now I'm not sure.
I know it.
Okay, so before we do Pete, I know we're kind of getting Pete edged here. We're going to head over to Crawfish Bay, and we're going to do our last bounty hunter there.
Suffocating out today.
So let's head over that way.
Well, that's it for today.
It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis.
I am missing my speed boost at this point. We didn't even have it for very long, but I'm like, I could feel the significant difference, even though it was only 10%. I guess if I keep tapping shift like this, I'll go a little faster. Or at least it plays an animation that makes you think you're going faster. Jeez, how far away is this? It's up there by those cranes. But I don't think there's going to be anything important over here. I mean, there's going to be collectibles and landmarks. Somehow there is 10 license plates and 10 crates of nutrients, but there's no landmarks. I say somehow because it's a very small area. But let's go sniff around and kill some people, and then we'll fight our last boss and head back to Pete, and then we'll be pretty much like 100% done, I think. And then I'll get some weirdo requests where people are like, can you just play more of the game and just kill random people like I did for Jaws Unleashed? And I'm like, no! I'm not just gonna, you know, do the generic part of the game endlessly when you could just watch somebody else play it at that point, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure there's 2 or 3 idiots that are watching these Maneater videos that are disliking every other video I put out that's not more Maneater. But hopefully that they'll, you know, get bored and wander off after this. Like, that stuff is fine when you're doing it while playing the game, but playing it just to do that is a little weird and boring. It's like, haha, shark, go bite. Woo. I'm stuck. I'm too fat to fit in here. This is a collectible for a smaller shark. Does this lead somewhere? Like, yeah, there's just the typical collectibles here, but it doesn't seem like there's anything worthwhile. There's no missions. I don't think there's a grotto here. This is just here because, you know, you want to collect some more stuff, but I guess we can go back to the area you started in.
Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition.
I think it would have been fine if they never had to go back to this area, but they're like, hey, we made it, so we might as well reuse it. Problem seems there's not a lot of humans around here. Wait, are we just back in... No? I thought we were back in the bayou, but that's because I'm actually remembering this. Remember when I was trying to figure out where the hell Pete was? We've come full circle.
When the sound of shotguns and molly hatchet disturbs the serenity of an otherwise calm sea, the shark hunters are near.
But it seems like an appropriate place to kill our last bounty hunter. They don't seem to have shark shields. They are level 55, though. Alright, so I'm gonna fight these guys until we get our next boss, and then that'll be the last one. And then we can go finally fight Pete. So, once again, I'll be right back. Alright, and now we are ready for the final bounty hunter. Nope, never mind, we gotta take out one more boat. Wait, did that not count either? Now the meter is almost full. The problem is, the time it takes to play the animation to get health back, you lose enough health that it's not even worth it. Because there are infinite elite hunting divers around.
While scientists now have more accurate hurricane models, it's difficult to estimate the total damages of a rogue shark spree.
And as we learned before, humans do not give you the most health. Alright, now and incoming. Also, while trying to get these to unlock, I actually have to hide until the meter runs out because they run out of boats.
Decidedly not ancient Fiji. There's way more like the beast of the fleet, Captain Robert Brundtland.
Oh look, he's got more explosive toys for us to throw at him. I kind of thought they'd have a unique boat, because we've already been fighting these Coast Guard command vessels for the last 2 sets of bosses. Also, it turns out I was wrong about the grotto. There is actually a grotto over there, so there might be a few missions in this area. I missed. I didn't take the time to aim it. They said there might be a way to destroy the shield, but last time we just had to end up tanking it because I guess I killed the guy who throws the thing before I destroyed the thing that generates it. No, too late. I was trying to target that one. I'm trying to target the boat and not the people. One thing about fighting these guys here is it's actually a very tight area. There's not a lot of room to maneuver away from enemies.
Deaths like these shatter humans' atavistic notions of their place in the food chain.
I'm trying to get some health back, but they are on my ass from underwater and above.
Should have brought my fish finder.
Alright, I think that's enough health for another go. Okay, the coil is actually underwater. I saw it there. It's literally like a Tesla coil sticking out underneath the boat. I'm trying to dive, but we're too close to the shore. Alright, got it. So I could have destroyed that from afar if I had dived with one of the barrels. Unfortunately, these teeth are not good for killing people. They take a long time to eat somebody with. I don't even know which one of these is the boss anymore. It's this one, the highest level.
This latest cycle of attacks will certainly be among the most infamous chapters in the long, troubled history of human-shark relations.
Alright, we have confirmed eaten Bruntlet. And now they have gotten shark shields for the regular boats. Alright. So, that's all of our infamy bosses down. Now we have to lose them, because I don't think we're getting in that grotto otherwise.
Anybody got eyes on her? Suffocating out today. What is that?
Now we just hide down here and go radio silent.
The hell is it? Hey, shark, get your ass out here. Should have brought my fish finder.
Hey, shark, I am getting bored up here. I want to see you eat more of my friends.
Draws to a close.
Alright, so I'm trying to find the grotto. It's like way over here. I definitely saw the orange cables, though. Yeah, there it is over there.
Be easier.
So I'm probably not going to do these missions, if there are missions, because they're just going to be more of the same.
The peace of the grotto enables the shark to approach the world with greater confidence.
And honestly, I'm not even sure if we'll get missions, because usually those missions only come up when it tells us to go to the grotto. Yeah, I'm not seeing any missions here, so
Anybody else see that?
it's Pete time. Well, actually, we have to wait until the searching thing goes away. I'm going to switch these to bioelectric teeth. They're better for eating. We lose the set bonus, but it's just a slight defense boost.
They've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so thus ends the bounty.
Alright, you've been waiting the whole episode for it, and here it comes. We're going to find out how this all comes to a close.
The ocean is a fluid and fascinating world, always changing, forever in motion.
Let's check out Pete's new boat, which I'm pretty sure is going to be his daddy's PT boat.
Pete has a new boat, and from the looks of it, there are several features probably not legal for civilian use.
So you found me. So what?
Pete, I don't know what all this is, but you're scaring us.
What you gotta be scared about? You a shark?
Pete, I don't want to, but I think we need to get the police, maybe the Coast Guard involved?
You think I'm crazy? No. I'm the most sane man you ever seen. Look, I didn't get here easy. But when some shark take everything I got, I'll give her the same chance she gave my boy. None! Now get the off my boat before I kill you too. The I say!
Let's picture this camera crew wandering around.
Oh, we serving shark etouffee tonight!
Wandering around trying to find Pete so that they can film him, because it's their job.
Pete has built an impressive battleship. But will it be enough to endure the prehistoric might of a mega shark?
Alright, so we don't actually have to fight him right away. I could have done that sooner, but I wasn't sure. I thought it might just throw us directly into a boss fight. We're gonna have to fight him in the poisoned area. Oh, another one of these missions popped up. Didn't we already do this one? Wasn't it literally called Anything Goes? Alright, he's over here at the edge. I guess we're just never going to address the mutagens or the weird electricity wall or anything like that. Because obviously this is not a shark shield. It does not keep the sharks out, considering how many sharks we've seen. And yet, this whole time, not a single other bull shark. They didn't want to encourage single-species cannibalism.
Hello there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today.
So he's got 2 shark shields.
Real birdie.
I see it!
Fine will.
Alright, so now he's actually firing torpedoes, which we can also probably grab and throw back at him.
Got you right in my sights.
Not when you come at them from the front, though. How many of those torpedoes you got, Pete? You can't exactly buy those on the open market.
Bet you didn't think I had torpedoes.
And they don't give you a lot of time to react to those.
I will chum y'all up.
I missed. But yeah, you have to dodge them, which sets them off course.
Need a diver or two.
You gotta get pretty close if I want to hit these.
You a big one.
That's not gonna hit. It's gonna go right past. I either have to be like kind of straight on like this, or
Not the end for you.
close enough.
Birdie, mounted on my wall.
You need a pretty big wall to mount this shark.
Can y'all out swim a torpedo?
I mean, yeah. I've been doing it this whole time. At least they're kind of getting you to use the skills you've learned over the whole game, but in a very, like, limited way. Alright, we gotta take the cage off still. which means another torpedo would come in handy.
The fish takes quick, evasive action.
Got you right in my sights. This turned into a real knocked out dragon.
I don't think Pete's gonna last very long, honestly. We're fighting over this mysterious smokestack I saw earlier.
I will chum y'all up. Dark rose bush.
Oh, now what? Reinforcements.
Don't drag ass now.
It's a little late for reinforcements, Pete. There's not much left of your boat already.
We back on.
Oh, okay, or he gets his shield back, and I have to defeat the boats, mandatorily. I mean, these are just little skiffs, so they don't last long against my spin attack. Going full-on Samus on them. I mean, they're also throwing these things, which makes it even faster.
Gonna hurt you bad.
Alright, bring on the torpedoes.
Y'all only got more.
Can't miss from this distance. I fucking... The diver sucked up my aim.
Getting y'all out, swim a torpedo. You got a problem?
I think you got more than one problem. Even the belly flop does damage.
Right in my sights.
I think I hit Pete directly with that. I was really hoping she'd just slam a torpedo into his face.
The last thing I do.
Coming for you.
Laissez le bon temps rouler.
And
I
thus,
suppose there's
no
a
one
lesson
gets
to be
revenge.
gleaned here. Something about how the increasing commodification of the natural world has placed humans on a collision course with an environmental apocalypse. But this is a basic cable show where people tune in to watch sharks kill people, and people kill sharks. So until next fishing season, this is Maneater.
I mean, that's basically already what Discovery Channel's Shark Week has become. It's like the MTV of nature shows at this point. So this is really not that far off. And I guess that's it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the shark's fine. You know, it's gonna be like, oh, but New Game Plus, or you can just roam around the ocean. But that was fun. That was actually a good little boss fight. Again, I just wish more of them were that involved, because that was pretty basic, but compared to the other boss fights, it was like a masterwork puzzle. Because it actually required you to use the skills that you have and don't really need for most of the game. They never really make you use any of the tools available, aside from Bite. I guess we'll skip the credits, because, you know, there's going to be a lot of them. You have finished the main story. You may continue to eat, to grow, evolve. Jawsome! Player level 30, evolutions 26 to 26, infamy 10, 13 hours, not bad. That's a good amount of time for the price of this game, I think. And we maxed out everything except... I'm wondering why these two are not maxed out. I think there's... Oh, because there's a hunt mission and another revenge mission. But I guess there's no other evolutions to unlock,
Can the shark discover the miracle of self-love?
It's not even worth doing those, because it's just a little bit of grind. So I think that's it. We're going to call it a close for Maneater. And I guess we really did die because, you know, we're just been... It's one of those post-game things where they just set you back before the events of the final mission. So we never got to see the mega shark that killed his daddy. We just became it instead, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping we'd get like a Battle of the Titans at the end where Pete would get killed by another shark before we got the chance to kill him, and then we'd have to fight it for supremacy of the area. I also kind of thought the game would end with this shark, you know, after killing Pete, we would head out into the open ocean to claim our place as king. But none of that happened, and, you know, I'm glad this game exists. I'm glad that they made another shark game, because they're pretty rare. And that they tried to do a Jaws Unleashed thing. I just wish they had done more with it. Like, they had been a little more ballsy with it. Instead of playing it a little too safe. You know, it's fun, but it's simple. It's alright, though. I'm gonna say that I enjoyed this game. I wish it had more. I wish that it had used its potential a little better, but I'm gonna say that with what it ended up, it was still enjoyable. So, thank you for joining me for this playthrough of Maneater, and you know, if there's ever DLC or anything, I guess we'll check it out. It'd be cool maybe if they did a little thing about a different shark? Maybe? A different shark in a different area, but that wouldn't actually improve on the game mechanics, so it's probably unnecessary. But yeah, I'm keeping an eye out, you know, looking for other ocean games to cover, because I am in a bit of a sea mood this summer. There's one game that I was going to do a full playthrough of, but ended up not, because it sounds a little too simplistic for an actual playthrough. But we'll see, there's a couple things on my list that might also qualify. So until next time, I've been Shadefyre, and this is my Mega Shark, and I hope you'll join me in future endeavors. Take care, everyone.